The crypto market has been absolutely crazy over the past couple of weeks, specifically though the last 3 days or something. And I've got a lot of people asking me what I think is going to be happening to Stellar XLM. Am I still bullish on the coin? Where do I see it going over the next few weeks or months? So as you guys might know from the channel though, I've talked about Stellar XLM a lot. And I mean, just this week, it's up 20% or so. And if we take a look at the month, you can see that from some of the dips, it's done pretty well. It dipped at roughly 32 cents or so, right now at roughly 50. And if we take a look at the year, it was basically below 10 cents all year, just like how XRP was extremely low. And all of a sudden right now it's making some big moves. But an interesting thing has happened where XRP just now the last few days has beaten this previous high point. XLM has not. And it's quite peculiar that on this chart on CoinMarketCap, but I think it's better to take a look at a more proper chart. Let's take a little bit of a look. So XLM USD, I think maybe Bitstamp will have one of the oldest charts here. No, it definitely did not. Even Binance has an older chart. This one goes back to about 2018 here. So I think that is good enough for right now. Anyway, so on this one, you can see that the price actually hit a higher point for XLM back in 2017, 2018. But with XLM, with XRP, it's quite controversial because those prices were only hit for such a short amount of time. But hence I just said that for XLM, as it currently stands, we really haven't hit above the previous high points just quite yet. Not even above those points hit at basically December or the end of November right here. Whilst its counterparty, XRP, has definitely beaten that, all right? It's first of all beat its all-time high, at least the all-time high that was on multiple different exchanges. And in this case here, it did not beat the 2018 all-time high on Binance, but a couple of other exchanges, it did beat it. Again, it's just a matter of which one you look at. But if we're zooming in, you can see that the last week here has been absolutely crazy. And I'd say a big part of XLM's allure is that they do a lot of what XRP does, but then better. Well, again, that's not necessarily my opinion, but that's what a lot of the people that buy into XLM basically buy it for. They're quite similar, but XLM does it better as it was created by some of the same people, but later with just less flaws. Again, that's some people's thinking process. But anyway, XRP went pretty crazy, a lot of excitement, a lot of hype. XLM has been left a little bit behind. And it made me think, well, maybe XLM as of this point is quite undervalued. And I mean, it does make sense if you take a look throughout the multi-year trend, basically. If we just take a look at the tops, yes, we have broken through, but mostly in November. Right now, we're basically still below that line. We still have yet to go a little bit crazy, let's call it. And we broke out here, but we didn't really get ourselves the confirmation. But regardless, I think another chart that's way more interesting is XLM versus Bitcoin. And if we zoom out on that chart, one thing that becomes quite apparent is that as it currently stands, when we're talking about being undervalued, overvalued, anything, right now at 468 Satoshi per coin, you can see that to go back to some of the earlier levels, for example, some of the prices we hit back in 2018, with Bitcoin at current prices, it could still literally do a 10x on XLM plus 900%. Or if we're being very, very conservative, as of this point, right here, this is one of the most conservative spots I can think of for XLM, what we hit in the 2021 bull run, right? That's plus 250%, so a 3.5x from current prices. Again, that is from right now, about a 3.5x. But I think that's where it basically should be valued at this part of the bull run. And if XLM right now is roughly 50 cents, you can understand a 3.5x would definitely not be too bad. But then you also got to consider that that is not my end of bull run target. So $1.75 is where it should be at right now. Let's just call it about $2, something like that. But then as the run proceeds, we might actually be able to go towards higher levels of what it did before. And again, this is relative to Bitcoin. This means if Bitcoin stays at $104,000, this is where XLM could be at. And if Bitcoin doubles, we could go, for example, towards higher prices. And if we take some of the upper echelons, for example, right here, even right here, this would be a 10x, would be $5 per XLM, which in terms of overall market dominance has happened before. So this would be a 10x XLM at $5. And if Bitcoin then doubles from $100,000 to $200,000, we're talking about $10 in XLM, which just looking at the past is really not that crazy. And one of the main reasons I say that right now on the short term, it might be a bit undervalued is mostly because, well, A lot of Stellar was also done in the US, just like it was for Ripple. And I keep thinking, well, if Ripple's going to get this massive boost, most likely a lot has also been worked out for XLM/Stellar in the back end that we're just not seeing. But maybe I'm just being overly excited, but I really kind of think that's going on. And we also made an account a little while back where we put $15,000 in and we were trying to trade it to a higher number. I just looked at it now, and right now it's sitting at $22.5 thousand in, I guess, a few weeks or so, with the XLM trade being one of the worst. Matter of fact, it's the second worst one, but still, we put $1,000 in, and right now it's in $500 for the profit. But obviously, I want to take this to a way higher number. The thing is, we could have opened way more significant trades, but I kind of expected things for XLM to turn out way worse than where we started at, and it kind of did. This is not the XLM chart. Let's quickly open it up. But it kind of did okay. I mean, we could have bought significantly lower here, as you can see, 39 cents or so, but I also kind of forgot about it, but that's still the thing. When I look at coins like XLM, I kind of feel as if you just wait long enough, even though that sounds kind of stupid, it'll be up so much higher that every single dip is a very juicy buying opportunity because, well, if you know where it's going to be over the next few months or so, then all you got to do is just be patient and, in my opinion, add more size at the lowest possible price. And even if I did it better right here, I think our average price could have been, let's just call it, because I think I bought this like way back. You can see, right? We were buying this with the price went as low as 32 cents, right? And my average price right now for XLM is 46. Let's just say we were buying harder, and our average price right now would be 36 cents, something like that. From 36 cents up to current prices will be up 35%, but then times 10, because we have 10x leverage, will be up 350% instead of only 5%, which right now with 10x leverage is 50%. By the way, if you also want to trade crypto like we're doing right here, check out the link down below to 𝗏𝗏𝗀, as that's a platform we're trading on right now. And we're giving away 2 iPhone 16s to people just over the next week or so. Afterwards, I'll do a different campaign, but right now, just sign up, link down below, and the more you trade, the more of a chance you have to win it, I think. Not so sure exactly on those details, but the thing is also, right, we only put in $1,000 with 10x leverage, so $10,000 position. But if we were basically buying more aggressively towards the downside, in this case, our price was, let's just call it 46 cents, right? We should, I think I bought maybe once more before at a higher price, or I basically just bought in once right there. I don't quite remember. Maybe we just bought in right there. Regardless, if we were buying hard, we should have probably opened another $30,000 or $40,000 worth of positions at the bottom to get our average price down lower. So now instead of only a $10,000 position, it would have been, let's say, a $50,000 position. And again, instead of a 50% profit, it would probably be 350%. And you can get how it could be like 17.5K or something like that, instead of just the $500 that we made right now, if we were more consistent in buying. And so a counter that I always get is, but what if it goes down further? Yeah, that's the thing. If we have a properly sized account, and we're buying this with coins, or we're doing this with coins that have a very high probability of sustaining at least some price floor. In this case here, the trades are very small, only $10,000 across the board, if not, yeah, you see 12K, 5K, 2K even. Is because we started every position with $250, and then if the price went down, we bought in more and more and more. So for HBAR, it instantly decided to go up, so we did not actually add more to the position, as far as I believe. But then for XRP, you can see it went down, we added some more. For XLM, we added some more. For Dogecoin, we added even more than that. This was at a loss just a few days ago. Right now, it's plus $1,000. But most likely for Solana, right here, it's still at a loss. We should right now that it's still lower than our buying price, you can't see it perfectly. Here you go. You can see better a little bit right now. We should be buying significantly more. But again, I only do this for coins that I'm really excited about, XLM being one of them. And as I see XLM going towards multiple dollars over the next few weeks to months, I mean, it's just a pretty simple trade, right? And again, I've already told you my targets just now. I just wanted to quickly make clear that this is just a position I have. I still have XLM just in spot. This is just an account that we were trying to grow. And one of the coins I'm doing it with is XLM. And I think even right now, if somebody's thinking, hey, should I enter? I still, even right now at 49 cents would enter, because most likely, if we were to follow a similar structure as before and break down, we've learned now we can most likely still make it work as long as we're not over leveraged and as long as you don't have a crazy flush out where Bitcoin goes to like 70K or so. But hey, that's basically the only thing that could give us a little short-term ruckus if Bitcoin were to absolutely crash towards the bottom. But what is the probability that Bitcoin just falls to $70,000 in a snap of an eye? And if we've got some funds, we've got some collateral, generally speaking, we won't get wrecked. It just looks annoying for a while. But if we expect these things to go up over the next few weeks or months, I don't really see it as too risky. As long as we're not over-leveraged, not doing like a 100x leverage or some stupid stuff like that. Anyway, That's just my thoughts on the matter. I also think just buying XLM on the spot is not a really bad idea. Right now, we're significantly higher than we were before. Obviously, you could have gotten that dip at like 32 cents just now. But, you got to work with whatever whatever numbers you've got in front of you. And I think that right now, as it stands, XLM is in a pretty good spot to perhaps follow the XRP journey and go pretty crazy on the short term. At least overtake that previous high point of a few weeks ago. And that's what I'm basically waiting for right here on the short term. I'm really excited for XLM though. I think it's quite low right now, especially relative to Bitcoin. But yeah, maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you press that like button. And if you want to stay notified to whenever something crazy happens, make sure you put that notification bell on. Because what if something crazy happens in the space? You want to be notified, and that's about it.